The Shred Shed Podcast. EarlShreds.com. Cash App, Venmo, Earl Shreds. Music is available at Earl Shreds on all platforms. Live shows, follow me. Follow me.
You may want to know what my motivation for this video is. And I would actually probably say spite. Spite for what? I would say the algorithms for labeling me things and constantly algorithmically banning my videos for jokes. And I think I'm pretty intelligent with not, maybe not, I don't know, but I like to think that it's not a joke if everybody doesn't laugh. So I try not to just be hateful, or if I do punch, I try to punch up. But, it's just, I'll scroll TikTok. I'm chronically online, addicted, and I just see Nazi love, alt-right Nazi love accounts up for a long time. They've been a while. And now that TikTok's been bought by Oracle, I was pushed so much, still am, like, don't support Jewish hate. Like, I'm not an anti-Semite. So I know the algorithm by what they've been pushing me since Oracle bought it. It thinks I'm an anti-Semite, but I'm not. Algorithm, I'm not. But I'll just be scrolling TikTok and I'll see just Nazi glazing that's been up for a month with no tag. Nobody cares. I don't do alt-right glazing, and I'm not affiliated with the alt-right. And I just want to say, let's look at this video, because old buddy, he didn't have his stitches on and he wouldn't let me stitch it. So we're going to do manual stitching. Also, first, I got to say, they all use this translated version of a Hitler speech. It's like, this is the go-to audio for these clowns, is this 30-second snippet from Hitler that they can just blend to thing. I don't even know if it's accurate. They surely haven't checked it, but I don't know even if the translation has been checked by somebody that actually can speak and translate German. But, again, just like the left-wing media, just like the right-wing, just like everyone, really, let's take the context. Let's clip out our context and make it work for us. But they all use this from Old Blue. And look, the comments here, this is the audio. Somebody commented, there is a reason why this is banned from being translated. It's obviously been up. Look at this video, has been up since at least February 8th. It's not banned, big dog. This video's got a lot of views. Long live the painter. Oh my God. But I'm the problem. I'm the problem, TikTok. Yeah. Someone is owed an apology. I ain't apologizing for shit. People waking up in masses. It's beautiful. Look at this. You got this little white, no blonde hair, not a Garthan. It's funny because probably none of these people would be allowed in Agartha. After reading a few of his speech, I see why these were never translated in school, period. He was a hero like no other. You allow this, TikTok, but I'm the problem. Old Blue, yeah, get along. The sun will rise again. I'm the problem.
Wave of pollution of our entire cultural life. The decomposition of our literature, the poisoning of our theater, the the cinema.
The Austrian painter.
Is now slowly becoming crazy.
I would put the Austrian painter up there with the New York financier.
No longer take part. They don't tell them anything anymore. This art that was not born about people.
Oh my God. Let me go ahead and say it for you guys. They lost. They lost. They lost. What does it mean to lose? To be a loser. And I'm going to tell you right now, from a purely unpolitically or unbiased, only through historical context, that nationalism is a losing mentality. Nationalism is losing. There are so many examples of nationalist groups, countries losing. Hate is a non-intelligent way to win. Hate in the open? No. Yes, actually, hate equals low IQ equals losing. And all of you people that think, oh, the painter was right. They lost. They lost, guys. Why'd they lose? I don't care enough to tell you, and I'm not qualified enough to teach you. But they lost because, for the most part, of hate. They were a hateful group of gangsters. That's what all these dudes, like, these funny, like, you want to be this badass with this neck tattoo and post "The sun will rise again." You're glazing a bunch of boy lovers. I read about the OG crew, the guys that started the whole thing. Look at what they wore. You're glazing sweaty, boy-loving, tight lederhosen pants, brown shirts. Guys that just, but maybe, that is maybe what you dream of, is to get real sweaty in the bar with your homies, because that's what they did. They were a gang. If it was not for the Depression, who would have been snubbed out by the police, but because of the Depression, a gang of ruthless criminals and thieves that were able to trick their way into power. And you are glazing thugs who lost because they were thieves. The entire war empire they built was built off theft and could not be backed up by shit when Daddy America came and whooped that ass. And that is why I have been shadow banned, and many people consider me to be alt-right or alt-left because I like shit posting and meme culture. But when it's low IQ and also you're not just shit posting for laughs, you actually I can tell some of you people are like, some of you white dudes are like, yeah, the sun will rise again. You need to be informed that you are low IQ and dumbasses. I am a red-blooded American, and my people had to get on a boat and go whoop that stupid German ass, and a lot of them died horrible ways for you to think that, oh, he was right all along. Fuck that. You're a loser, and TikTok doesn't care. These companies don't care. They allow this shit. If they really cared, they wouldn't. So you guys are losers. You know how many bad decisions they made? I can't even just clearly, let's pick a fight with Britain. Let's pick a fight. We have shit tier Navy. Let's pick a fight with Britain. Oh, let's listen to my tubby, fat Xanax fueled Air Force commander. Oh, we'll just bomb them. We'll win. We don't need to. Oh, we can do it. Oh, no, we don't need to pull out a Stalingrad. Fat Tubby over there, Xanaxed out. He says we can resupply them. Oh, well, we didn't beat. Dumb decision after dumb decision. The entire war, every decision was dumb, and every victory they had in the beginning was pure, so much because of luck and the laziness of the other side. And the war weariness to just not want to deal with this shit again. Not want to deal with these stupid German dumb fucks. Really is what they were. Oh my God, I can't get into this again. But when Daddy had to come over, Daddy America had to come over yet again and save the Europeans. That's why I'm pissed, is when Americans get on here and glaze the Nazis. And I know how stupid we are and how uneducated this population is. And I'm making this just because it's like, you're glazing losers. I mean, glaze the British at least. I would glaze the Russians over the Germans. The Germans are loser 2X. 2X losers. Glaze the winners. And you look at the weirdest, there's so much between the fat white dudes that glaze Japanese culture and glaze Japan. It's so much overlap. It's just goofy weirdos I know that found a small community online. But I'm telling you, you look like an idiot. If you're glazing Nazis, you look like an idiot. You're a moron. And they lost for a reason. They lost because it's not a smart way to think. Blind hate you will lose a fight with blind hatred. Calculated hatred is what the winners have. But blind hatred is what the reason they didn't get the nuke. They could have had a nuclear weapon if he didn't hate all the Jews. They all left. Then the reason they didn't get a nuclear weapon is because they didn't have all the Jews that knew really how to make it, that could put it together, said, fuck that, we're gonna go to the other side. Y'all hate us, fine. We'll give the Americans a nuke. Whatever. And although the Nazis that we let live were the same way, they came straight over here. If they had something to offer scientifically to the Americans, they came straight over here, and just the rest of them went to Argentina. Losers. Who are the winners now? Glaze the winners now. It's the communists and us. Really, I don't even think I wouldn't even say there's two. I think who is going to win and who has won is business. Corporatocracy. I don't think oligarchy. It's a corporatocracy. Watch. I don't know. There will be a time when we are owned and corporations win, but nationalism doesn't. You just look like idiots. I just wanted to come out here, guys. We don't need to be doing low IQ shit. We can get our shit together. I mean, they would have, you know how much, here's what blind hate leads you to, is the Nazis probably would have came out so much further ahead other than being obliterated. There were a lot of countries that the Nazis walked into where the people said, hell yeah, please get me the fuck away from the Russians. Giving them food, flowers, so many. And then there were other countries they walked into where they maybe weren't greeted as saviors, but still the Russians sucked. And they were going, well, whatever, as long as they just let us work the farm and eat and leave us alone, we don't give a fuck. And that's what you could have done. That's what, if you didn't have blind, unintellectual hatred, that's what you could have done. Is governed it like the classy. The British did this to the T. And that's why everybody wants to laugh at the English for being all hoity-toity, high cultural, which they are, and in the modern corporatocracy, it's silly. But back then, that is what saved their ass and made them the world ruler owners for hundreds of years, is because they were smart enough to realize, hey, when we take over a country, don't treat them. I mean, no, the British are totally, if you settle in the way of mineral wealth or money, they're going to beat your ass. But for the most part, and it's the same, honestly, with the Mongolians, it's the reason that Genghis Khan was able to take over. It's because if you didn't fuck with the money, when the boats showed up, or the troops showed up, if you didn't fuck with the money, and you played ball, and then the trade-off was, okay, you can still have your king. You can still pray to your God, whatever, as long as you pay us and don't fuck with our money, you're good to go. That's how you fucking. You Nazi glazers are low IQ, and that is the reason their Nazis' dream of world empire was for zero, and they can't play with the big boys. They couldn't play with the big boys because they're too stupid. Because if you walk into a fucking country, you try to take over, but then you just treat the fucking population like shit. You don't own shit, and as soon as somebody comes back in to get you the fuck out, they're going to help them. And then you want to label and then all of the real stupid shit is, oh, it's only 271,000. The number is way lower. Your data is incorrect. You have not seen the data, and you're completely ignoring 70-80% of what the Holocaust was, which was at the end, yes, there are camps where there was not that many. There were also camps where there was millions, but that's, people want to say, there's no possible way that many people were put into a camp. It's not. It was the end. For years. You know what it was? People, when they went into a country driving around, it was Holocaust by bullets, the vast majority, and done in the towns and wherever they were located. The camp shit was the end goal because they knew that they saw the writing on the wall and they said, we're about to lose. Ship them all back to these fucking camps. It's just uninformed, low IQ shit, and I will never respect uninformed. I love to troll. I am a shit poster. I love to say offensive things. If you've known me long enough, you know this. But what I do not have tolerance for is low IQ, stupid fucking behavior, and we are better than this. So guys, stop doing this. You're fucking tards. That's why I know, and I do not do illegal shit, and I do not do anything that will get me in prison, because I know the fact is, if I went to prison, I'm going to have to link up with the Aryan Brotherhood, and I can't do that. I cannot be alt-right. I just could never. It's too stupid. I mean, it's 2026, and I guess that's the point. It wasn't that long ago, but whatever. Speaking of World War back, baby, we're going back to the desert, round 2. It's like my childhood all over again. From the BBC, U.S. buildup of warships and fighter jets tracked near Iran. Let's go. The world's largest warship appears to be heading towards the Middle East as Washington continues to pressure Iran over its military program and recent deadly crackdown on protesters. BBC Verify confirmed the USS General R. Ford USS General R. Ford passed through the Straits of Gibraltar towards the Mediterranean. Verified photograph taken from the land. Blah, blah, blah. We're so back. The desert needs more freedom. Look at this map. Here's a map of where my tax money. They should change it. What is this? U.S. military deployments? More like where my tax money is going. Yeah, we got them all. We own the world. Shit tracking automatic identification system, AIS, for the first time this year at 12:30 GMT on Wednesday. The carrier transmitted its location visible on ship tracking website Marine Traffic until 3:18 was sailing in the direction of the Mediterranean. However, a transport aircraft attached to the carrier that landed in Spain that day was tracked at about 1300 on Thursday, heading towards the area where the aircraft carrier was spotted. It came after the Abraham Lincoln was identified in the Arabian Sea, around 240 kilometers, 150 miles for you dumb Americans, off the coast of Oman. In publicly available images captured on Saturday by the European Sentinel-2 satellites, the warship had not been seen since it reported entered the region in January, though it had been crossing the open sea where the satellite coverage is limited. Military assets on land and are more visible and frequently captured on satellites. We are so back. Look at it. Ooh, look at that boy. Look at it. Oh, yeah. Some dumb fucking liberal won't tell me I need free health care. Fuck that shit. Bomb them. I'm going to read this, and I may go. There may be a point when I'm reading this where it turns into a fake broadcast because nuclear war is imminent. The BBC, I want to just show you guys how closely we get it. BBC Verify has now tracked 12 U.S. ships on the Middle East. The Abraham Lincoln, a nuclear-powered Nimitz-class carrier, together with the Arleigh Burke-class destroyers, form a carry strike group, plus 2 destroyers capable of carrying out long-range missile strikes and 3 specialist ships off combat near to the shore that are currently positioned at Bahrain Naval Station in the Gulf. 2 other destroyers have been seen in the eastern Mediterranean near the Ceuta Bay U.S. base, and 1 more in the Red Sea. We have been following movements of large numbers of U.S. aircraft to both European and Middle Eastern air bases, including F-33, F-35, and F-22 Raptor, KC-135, E-3 Sentries, C-17As, Navy P-8As, C-5Ms. There's a nuclear launch now. There's a fireball. Oh my gosh, my skin is melting. The desert is glass. How has Iran responded? Let me go ahead and tell you how Iran responded. By being pink, same way the Nazis responded, same way Vietnam responded. Our enemies will know fear. Look at this. Hey, well, they're giving out the secrets. Come on, dude. The BBC is traitors. They're giving out all the fucking data. How does it compare with Venezuela and Operation Midnight Hammer? That was another great one. Venezuela needed some freedom. We brought it to them in the night. The darkness. Look at that. Who needs health care? Fuck the roads. I don't mind potholes as long as I got these bad boys circling around Iraq. It's just an endless bullshit, honestly. My entire life since 9/11 has been bombing the desert. Every year, we just... something in the desert, Iran, Iraq. I just remember in kindergarten when they rolled the TV in to show us 9/11. I actually did cry, and I thought the world would change forever, but I thought it would be like when I saw Saving Private Ryan at the time, that they were storming the beaches. But little did I know that it was not that. It was just... in the background of my entire life since 9/11, it's just been B-2 bombers over the Middle East, C-130s over the Middle East, while I cannot afford healthcare and the roads suck. It's all of our money, I guess. Whatever. If you want to be the global world power, you got to fucking spend money you got to spend money, guys. That's really, I think, the thing, you know. But I'm seeing TikTok videos. It's like, I don't know what, we're going to war with Iran. Didn't we just get out of Afghanistan? That was a fucking mess. That was Joe Biden's fault. Joe Biden worked for the government of the United States. That was the United States' fault. Well, if Trump would do it. Reality is that he wasn't the president at the time, and Representative of America was. And what? Trump's going to get in it? You think we're going to get out? You don't think we're not seeing the play here? The play is get in, and then your 4 years is up, and you don't have to worry about getting out. That's what they do. Oh, we'll let the light, the darkness, the darker, the shadow people, the reptile government. They'll handle it. They want it. I'll be this job, temporary thing. I'm getting the fuck out of here in 4 years. Whatever, guys. The Middle East, I mean, I've never been in the Middle East, so I need to go. But I feel like we should get free visas. I feel like at this point, we should make Iran and Iraq should be a different state. I think we should bring Walmarts, Costco, corporatism, consumer culture to the desert. That's what I was promised. Like, come on, dude. And it's always about the oil. It's so cliche. Like, oh my God, the oil. We need the oil. Oh, it's a given. Yeah, come on. The problem is we're not bringing Walmarts. We're not bringing In-N-Outs. Carl's Jr.'s. Bring a Carl's Jr. to Iraq. Jump zones. Trampoline parks. Imagine a trampoline park and Imagine they replace the CIA black sites in Abu Ghraib with like jump parks and corporate slot bowls, a kava or something. What are we doing, guys? It's ridiculous. It's since 9/11. Okay, we're going to the desert. We're going to the desert. We're going to the desert. The ships are going to the desert. All right, enlist. New group of dudes going to the desert. And all it is oil refineries and minerals. That's boring. Who gives a fuck? I don't care about that shit. I'm not rich. Can we have something? That's the thing. We used to go to Vietnam and, bring our culture there. Bring the music. Europe, we went to Europe and we obviously we got the oil. We got the minerals. Duh. But we brought TV. Hollywood. That's the problem. We need to bring move Hollywood to Iraq. Let the Sultan of Iraq or whatever, let the leader of the Taliban direct a movie. Can't you let the whole Taliban, there's not that many as you would think, and it is enough for a pretty badass movie. Don't you think their efforts in time would be better spent making a badass Transformers movie? Or let them do it about their lives. Do The Sopranos, but in Taliban. Leave in the goat fucking. Leave in the boy loving. Let them do whatever they want. Let people see what really goes on. And then, no, they can't do that because then they'll go, yeah, why are we doing? Oh, well, it's for the oil. So don't add that in. Don't add the boy loving and the animal stuff. Yeah, make it censored. Let the Taliban do a Soprano style about Iraq, Afghanistan, the caliphate. That's the name. Whatever. It's just, I don't know, my entire life, the streets get worse. The infrastructure is less and less beautiful and crumbling. Things take longer than they ever have. And every fucking week we're going to the desert. Every fucking week. KC-130. Golly. Can you bring out the UFOs? Bring the UFOs. Send the UFOs to Iraq. I mean, it's the same thing. I don't know. It's getting old. It's boring. Nuke them. Whatever. Nuke me. Nuke my location. Glass me. Invite the Covenant. You know what would be exciting? Is if the Covenant showed up and glassed Iraq. What if Trump comes out on TV and live stream and he's in a Covenant super destroyer? Donald Trump with Cortana, BBL Cortana, and a Covenant dropship over fucking Kabul. Give me the airport back. And it's just Trump saying, listen, me and the Covenant, we want Kabul back. We want Joe Biden Joe Biden got out. He said we could have it. No, that was the old boss. The new boss is here. And just glass Kabul. Make the runway out of glass. Yeah, please, and glory to the Covenant. Invite the flood, please. Guys, it's exhausting. It's exhausting as the Nazi lovers. Everything is exhausting. Low IQ. I mean, it's super high Q for the people that are owners. They operate at a high Q level. To be able to just endlessly bomb countries and still stay in the shadows with complete and absolute power. Whew. But it's just the whole cycle is exhausting. I can't do it. All right, we're going to music business. Well, guys, it's the cover that nobody apparently wanted. People are saying it's one of the worst covers they've ever heard. And it's my girl, Sexxy Red. I don't know what my thoughts are about this, but I really like Sexxy Red. I really like the way she does the little dance. And I like I like the rapper girls that do a lot of the type stuff. Hey, I'm not even going to say it. Just Sexxy Red. Some people, I hear EBT music. I might be on EBT, so screw you guys, whatever. I think Sexxy Red, she does what Sexxy Red wants, but this cover is not what she should have done, I think. I don't know, what the idea behind this was. I wonder, I'd love to be a fly in the wall. Maybe if this was an executive decision, maybe Sexxy, you should get a new team, maybe. I don't know. If this was your idea, Sexy, you should leave it up to the professionals, I think. Or who knows, really? I don't know anything, honestly. Oh, yeah. See, that's not it. That's not it. Not one of the best songs ever. Like the most popular song ever. See, I don't know. The top comment says delete it. It's not a move, guys. You're not. Weird Al did it already, and that was a huge hit. And if you're gonna like comedy cover the biggest song on the planet, it's got to be the most remarkable thing. Part of the legacy of Beat It is his huge commercial success, and you comedy covering Beat It that's incredibly unfamily friendly is not an idea. Like if you want to sample some shit and just do nasty beats, duh, but you can't just steal Beat It. Well, it's not a good idea to do this with the biggest song ever. Yeah, this is, a song loved by millions of children, grew up in the 80s who are now adults, and loved by probably more children now. And you're talking about eating pussy and throwing hands on it. No. And Weird Al already did it. Eat It. It's funnier. It's not just blatant. It's high production. Like Sexy. Singing you need to work on your singing before we do this. And pitch. Guys, you can't just rap booty lyrics over Beat It. Sexy, come on. You can't just... It gets to a point, like it's funny over your own shit. Just do this over... I don't know. Not the move, Sexy, not the move. What... Look at that. This is a pretty big one. No doubt. You didn't think that the estate of Michael Jackson would sue the fuck out of you for this? Who is her management team? They have done they did an incredible job his entire career, but it is Michael Jackson has a $1 billion legacy that they have carefully curated, managed, fought for, and you think you're just going to steal the beat to their biggest song and shit post rap about eating pussy and throwing hands, and they're not going to sue you? The estate of the most culturally significant person since probably Jesus Christ himself. Who, Sexy, I'll be your manager. Pay me like $4,000 a week. I'll be your manager. I don't want to be too busy with it, but like, who thought this was a good idea? They're in the studio doing it. So they either booked studio time, money was changed hands to make this, and this is the mixed version. So I think it's already done. And I don't know. I feel like almost every leak is intentional. They say it's a leak, but that sounds mixed to me, and maybe they're leaking it. Yeah. Good. I guess smart on you for leaking it, but come on. Not the move, guys. Not the move. What are... Oh. Oh, yeah, I feel you, dog. Not a move. Guys, come on. Yeah, Sexy, I'm sorry. Come on, I love Sexy. I really do like Sexy Red. Just keep it OG. We don't need to do covers. Covers are too much, guys. Do not release covers. Stop releasing cover music. Do that. I do covers online, but these covers that I do online, they take me more than 2 hours, 3 hours to make. It's got to be done. Like, I don't perfect this shit, and I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I am wrong, but don't be. If you're gonna covers to be released, you have to like give you. You should definitely respect the original, and take and beat it and just singing about eating pussy and throwing hands. Not it. All right, guys, I'm done. Thank you, guys. Y'all have a great day. You know, Cash App, Venmo, Adderall Shreds on all platforms. Thank you for supporting the cause. Thank you for everything. Live shows, no original live shows, but we've got cover shows with the Noise at the Poop Deck and some other places and solo stuff. So shout out. I got a show tonight. Shout out to the Neon Moon in Bay City. Shout out to Bay City. You guys rock.
ThoroShreds.com. Cash App, Venmo, Earl Shreds. Music is available at Earl Shreds on all platforms. Live shows, follow me. Follow